Yeah, man. I did something I haven't done in 9 years. I'm getting fat and lazy, guys. No, I forgot about the time. I thought it was 30 minutes earlier than it really was. Ridiculous. No, I didn't sleep in. I was standing outside and I thought, okay, now it's probably around 30 minutes before the market opened. Nope, it was 10 minutes after the market opened. That's what happened. So I actually missed the first 10 minutes, but pretty much everything I own is up. So there's, yeah. Oh wow, Fastly's bouncing hard here. Damn, I missed the covers. I'm short 27,000 shares Fastly overnight, but I should have covered some into the open, which I missed. That's fine. Oh man. Luckily, it looks like I didn't miss any good big trading opportunities. I didn't have anything big on watch anyways. Yeah, IMPX I stopped out yesterday. I didn't want to deal with the bullshit. You were lost without me? No, you weren't. I've been teaching you great setups. You're not lost without me. You're not. I need to check the news on TBIO. It's too late. I'm getting lazy. Like, this market is so good. I'm getting super lazy. I'm too lazy to check news and things. It's unbelievable. I've never been this lazy in my trading career. I'm getting complacent. Okay. Again, pretty much everything I have is up. NVAX was briefly up 10%. I'm raising my stop a little bit. This thing, guys, it's up 60% from entry now. This is the power of the high tide flag. Learn this setup. There's only one setup you need to learn. It's this setup. mRNA, I did buy 20,000 shares at 65.90. This thing wants to go, looks like. Maybe not today, but it keeps coming back. And this looks similar to NVAX. Before you know it, it's gonna be at 90 bucks, 100 bucks. SRNE, I bought 150,000 shares yesterday. Coming out of a nice little base. Exactly, just set an alert when the Fed starts rising rates. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Shopify is reversing a bit. I'm gonna sell some more Shopify. I sold a tiny bit yesterday. I'm gonna sell a bit more. And if it does closes weak, I'm gonna sell even more. It's one of my bigger positions, so I'm just sizing down a little bit. SC. Okay, SC took out yesterday's low, so I'm gonna sell a little bit more. I have less than a third left of my... I have like a quarter left now that I sold some more. I only have 3,000 shares. Maybe even less, maybe like 15-20% of my initial position left. It's a very small position. FMCI, let's see, 16. FMCI, I'm gonna maybe lighten down a little bit on it today. The Russell rebalance. Doesn't affect us. Guys, stick to the setups. It's not gonna affect us. Some things will go up, some things will go down. Adhere to your stops. Don't worry about the rebalancing. There's always something. There's always something. There's gonna be news, there's gonna be macro events, there's gonna be index additions, index deletions. Don't worry about them. Worry about your setups and your stops. Yeah, I learned it. I've learned a lot of hard lessons over the years. It's all noise, it's all bullshit. Tune out the financial media, tune out all media. They're not here to help you. It's all entertainment. You're gonna find out the important stuff anyways. FAZ, guys, it's you know, this doesn't trade like a stock. It doesn't trade on supply and demand. These things have sharp moves up and then they have sharp moves down. Be careful with these triple ETFs. Be very careful with them. They don't trade like stocks. They really don't. Yeah, TBIO. Or well, what am I looking at? Is there a setup here? What was the news? I know they had some nice collaboration with Sanofi. Let's see here. TBIO looks a bit interesting, to be honest. Okay, FMCI, I sold a third of my position, took out yesterday's lows, and also now it's breaking below the rising 10-day moving average. So I'm lightening down. This is how you lighten down on a momentum stock once they start breaking support areas. And if it closes below the 10-day, I'm gonna sell a bit more. And then I'm gonna use the 20-day as my final stop. This is how you do it. You never know how high these things can go, so you wait for them to start showing weakness. So if you guys are still in FMCI with me from way lower, from 11 bucks, this is the time to start sizing down. IPHI looks beautiful. Wow, looks a beautiful chart. This is a beautiful chart, yeah. Maybe, yeah, absolutely. If it starts breaking out, good go. Oh, Moderna. It's going straight down from my entry. Quick way to lose $40,000. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, let's see here. 64.07 and then 63.50. Thanks for good example. What example? Just listen to Davey Day Trader? Hey, best entertainment out there right now. If you want some financial entertainment, Davey Day Trader is the best one. It's not even close. But if you buy into the notion that stocks only go up, you're not gonna last for long. Sometimes the market will let you feel that the stocks go up forever, and before you know it, there's gonna be a rug pull. E-Trade Pro, man, these E-Trades and all of these whatever they're called, they just plain suck, all of them. They're always down. What's the other one? E-Trade, is it Ameritrade? And then there's also one, this like Merrill Edge is down all the time. What more is there? The guys that don't think or swim. That platform is also down. Is it E-Trade? Yeah, that's why I'm running with eSignal. It's super good, and DAS Trader is really good too. I don't use DAS right now, but I used it before. It's super good. Never any lag. Just absolutely amazing platforms. IB? Yeah, IB also is pretty good. Still trailing Livongo? Yes. There's not been a reason to sell it yet. Guys, stocks don't go straight up. Just because it's having a down candle doesn't mean it's gonna go to zero. Let it pull back a little bit. It's gonna find support. And if it doesn't, you just sell it. Don't worry about these things. Every stock is gonna stop you out sooner or later. Yes, we are pulling back a little bit right now, and it's when things pull back we see which stocks are strong and which ones are not. And if you're too scared, if you feel like, oh, I don't want to give back too much profits, just sell some into strength. Just sell some right here. Yeah, a Workhorse has a event tomorrow with Vice President Pence attending and everything. Maybe even Trump will tweet about it. He tweeted about it like a year ago, I think. Yeah. I think wasn't it this one he tweeted about, Lordstown? Yeah, I think it was. So we'll see. It's a free trade for me right now. I sold about a quarter of my shares, or maybe a bit less, 20%, 25. Okay, let's see here. These days like this is where you see where the strength is. Just what happened like a couple of weeks ago when we had that 3-day market pullback. The strength is gonna show itself, and we found some epic setups. I'm gonna go through my positions a little bit. I'm raising a bunch of stops, etc., etc. Tesla is probably gonna close below this rising 10-day, and if it closes below this, I'm gonna sell half of my shares. Yeah, it's about time we get a pullback. Things have been very hot for a while. Beyond Meat closed right at the 10-day yesterday. If it takes out, it's actually below yesterday's lows right now. But just, you know, this one never really went, so I'm gonna try to be proactive. If it takes out lows of the day, I'm gonna sell about a third of my position, third of what I have left. So I'm trying to be proactive on some things. Just, you know, get off margin if the pullback widens. So I'm just trying to get rid of the names that really never went. Like yesterday I sold Okta. Because this thing I bought, and this thing only went up like 5%, and then it started kind of pulling back. So I just sold it, you know, get off margin a little bit. TBIO, I mean, it looks good. Had a nice deal yesterday, or deal news. If we can set up, and you know, I think this could go higher eventually. I don't think today is probably not a day to buy stocks, no matter how good they look. NVAX has no sellers. Hopefully NVAX goes up full day today and goes like 80s, low mid 80s today, and then gets to like 90s tomorrow for a big short trade in it. I'm gonna raise my stop on APT. Like APT is a bit faster moving stock. It's a small cap. Actually it's a micro cap name. So I'm using the 10-day as a trailing stop for this one, just because these types of stocks are not institutional quality. Let's see here, mRNA. Okay, I was very close getting stopped out of half of mRNA. So far it bounced. Like you can see some stocks are holding up really well. PDD, green on the day. Zoom, pretty much break even on the day. This is a very extended stock, and yet it's barely down on the day. Mealy barely down on the day. Then there's a bunch of stocks that are down, but many stocks are above yesterday's lows. Like a lot of them. So you can already see strength in many of my portfolio holdings. Like the Nasdaq is well below yesterday's lows, SPICE, Russell too, but many of my stocks are barely red on the day, and those that are above yesterday's lows. Like Beely down to almost 3%, but it's still above yesterday's lows. You can clearly see the relative strength in this thing. Like most of my stocks are showing relative strength. Not all of them, but most. So instead of panicking and thinking the market will go to zero, this is the time when you spot opportunity. When the market is in a big uptrend, the down days are when the big money is made just by stalking the strong things. The market will tell you, the stocks that want to go up, they will tell you they want to go up. Some of them will yell at you. It's all about listening. You have to listen. Exactly, short listener, absolutely. The market will give you clues all the time. It's all about listening. It's all about patience. MYOV. Yeah, it's up a little bit. Wow, NVAX. Maybe this thing can hit $100 by tomorrow. This will be an enormously big short eventually. Maybe, probably not today. Hopefully we get the trade tomorrow or on Friday. But it's getting there. It's now up, what? 73% in 7 or 8 sessions. That's a big move. Guys, remember this day? It looked super scary. Like on this reversal day here. Like even I panicked a little bit because I realized I had too many shares and I thought it was gonna pull back to like 55 and I sold some into the weakness. Look at it now. This is why I use trailing stops, because no matter how high you think a stock has gone, you can always go higher. I've learned it the hard way. That's why I always trail some. Nikola is not straight down. Nikola just found support on the rising 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. It's not straight down. And Nikola too, it's showing relative strength. It's well above yesterday's lows. Tesla doesn't look great, I agree. This one actually broke below a range. But we'll see. It could very easily bounce off the rising 20-day and 3 weeks from now it's going to be at 1200. Or maybe not. Yeah, the only way you learn is the hard way. You will never learn trading from a book. You can get trading ideas from a book, trading concepts from a book. But the only way you learn is to learn the lessons from yourself, from the pain of doing the wrong thing. From taking a loss or not taking a loss, or from missing out, or all of these things. They're very painful, all of them. And it's only from the pain that you can learn. No, only on a good setup. Only if it sets up again. I have no problem rebuying stocks, but only if it like setups again. Will you short Workhorse? Only if it goes to like $12, $15 in the next few sessions. Right now it's not extended enough, and it's not liquid enough for me. I'm happy with my long. But Shuksik, dude, I'm short Fastly. I went short yesterday. I sold my shares in pre-market and went short yesterday. I'm not long. If anything, I'm looking to short more. But I need a range to develop on the 60-minute chart. Maybe if we get a range like mid-late day. Yeah. And this one I didn't adhere to the trailing stop because this thing felt like, I mean, look at this thing. It was at $11 3 months ago and it hit over $80 yesterday. That's just, I mean, can it go to 100? Sure, but at a certain point, like the odds just go away. And look, it was like yesterday. This thing was like 30% above the 10-day moving average, and how much, like 50% above the 20-day. So it was just super extended. This is a perfect parabolic type of a setup, which is one of my main setups. That's why I sold the stock and went short. I was short 27,000 shares overnight. I'm looking to add more. This thing, there's no support until the rising 10-day, which is like, what? almost 20% lower. So there's a lot of room for this thing to fall. If I can get a tight setup on the 60-minute chart, which we probably will late day or midday, then I'll add more to my short. Look at this. Nickel is already bouncing. Nickel is already bouncing hard from the lows. That's strength. Tesla bouncing hard. Livongo. SCE is not bouncing, so this one is showing a weakness, relative weakness actually. Shopify bouncing, Labo trying to bounce, FMCI trying to bounce, Beely not really bouncing yet, but it's still above yesterday's low, so it's showing relative strength. Fastly is kind of strong too actually. Beyond Me trying to bounce, D-Dog. D-Dog is still riding this rising 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart. So every time it hits this area, the funds are stepping in and supporting the stock. So far, like most of my stocks are just looking fine. There's really like only 2 or 3 names that are showing that are not showing relative strength, and that's exactly what you want to see. These kinds of down days are golden. The down days will tell you which one of your stocks are weak and which ones are not. It's a gift. Yeah, LK, it's not a, you know, it was coming long time. I'm surprised it's still trading. I thought they would delist it after the halt, but I guess Nasdaq is slow. They want the trading fees. Those greedy fucks. But yeah, this thing should have delisted like a month ago. No. I don't... Guys, you can see at any given time if a stock has relative strength or not. Big tune. That's like all I've been talking about the past 30 minutes since I started streaming. But many times I wait to the end of day to make buy or sell decisions, or if I'm gonna size down or not size down, or if I'm gonna add. What is a melt up? A melt up is when the market goes higher, or a stock goes higher, just in a parabolic fashion. It just keeps going for a while. Especially with something that's already extended. That looks vulnerable to a pullback, but it just keeps going. That's a melt up. I sized down a little bit. Like I sized down a little bit on the ads I bought yesterday. I sold about a third of the ads end of day before the close, just sized down. I still have a big position in nickel. It's my biggest position. I have 35,000 shares. And I'm gonna let it decide if it's gonna go to 100 or if it's gonna stop me out. Yeah, exactly. SC is showing weakness, but that's fine. I only have a small position left. I'm gonna let the moving averages decide. Marvel. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. It looks very good. Showing relative strength. This is a very good setup, by the way. Marvel. Very good. It's a very clean stock. Had a nice clean move. Pulled back, flagged. Had another breakout. Clean move. Now it's going sideways and just surfing the rising 20-day and showing relative strength. That's a very good setup. I'm actually gonna set an alert for this thing, because maybe next week, hopefully this pullback sticks around for a few days, so we get some nice bases on select names. I'm setting an alert for this thing. This is good. Very good setup on Marvel. It's a slow stock though. ADR is only 3.6. Actually, no, I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna trade it no matter what. It's too slow, but it's a very good setup. But it's a slow stock. Cheese Midi. Yeah, 60. I like this thing fundamentally very much. The good entry day was here on the 5th of June, but yeah, it's a tough one. It probably needs a few weeks of sideways. NET? Yeah, absolutely. We've been very aggressive over the past few weeks and even months, and now is again a time to take a step back and just manage. It's like managing a garden. You pull the weeds and you water the flowers, like Peter Lynch once said. Hold the winners, sell the losers. Hold the ones that show relative strength, sell the ones that are not. It's like managing a garden. Trading is not about rocket science, it's about gardening. You don't need to be very smart, you just don't have to be dumb. Holy shit, NVAX, I need to sell some more here. I still have 12,000, no, sorry. Yeah, 12,000 shares of NVAX. Sting is, holy shit, maybe it goes to 100. What an epic move. Absolutely epic. More difficult to hold shorts than longs? Why? I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. I need to get some food. I'm super hungry. Alright, I am back. Bring some cake for us? No, I don't have any cake. I ate all the cake. I would never share cake with you guys. ACB? Yeah, it's coming back. Yeah, it stopped me out. I lost like 35,000 on it or so yesterday. Yeah, but it's not going away. It's still intact on the weekly chart, and you know, if it sets up in a couple of days, I'll rebuy it. Because there's no, you know, this thing could go to 20, 25, 30 once it breaks out. It's just not going away. How do you withdraw? Yeah. I just fill out the form. Like I have it pre-filled. The only thing I do, like, I pre-filled it like 5 years ago. So the only thing I do, I just change the dollar amount, the date, and then I manually do my signature, and then I scan it and I send it, and they do the rest. I think it's the international bank wire. I have no idea, to be honest. I just know it works. Oh, really? Nice. Okay, Opus, I sold half of my shares. I sold 10,000 shares. I only have 10,000 left. I had some pretty bad slippage on it. It's a thin stock. It's violating the 10-day. Took out yesterday's low, so I'm just sizing down. Better be safe than sorry. Why is there no stop level here? And if it closes below the 10-day, I'm gonna sell everything probably. If it can't bounce off the 10-day. Because if we go into a period where speculation money is not able to push these things anymore, I wanna be, you know, proactive on some of these names. Look at how hard some of these stocks are bouncing. PDD took out the highs of the day. Workhorse over $8 now. NVAX over $80. Holy shit. IDEX, I sold it yesterday. Or yeah, I sold it yesterday pre-market on the S3 news. Yep, that's what happens with all of these stocks. This thing was a 10-bagger in, you know, this thing was up 900% in a few weeks, you know. A little bit of pullback is just healthy. Do you ever buy on range retest when pullback days? I don't even know what it means. Range retest? If it breaks out of a range and it's a good setup, I will buy it. Let's see, I had on short watch, but this thing is strong like everything else. It probably wants to go higher. No, I never buy dips. Which is what a breakout retest is. That's a dip. I don't buy on dips. Yeah, guys, I remember that. Oh yeah, NVAX, man, I feel sorry for you guys. Holy shit, yeah, I remember that. Oh man, that sucks. I really feel for you. Yeah, I took out the opening range highs. Like, I went long. I know a lot of you went long. And then it had some news. Yeah, they were gonna raise 200 million. The stock briefly took out the lows of the day. It had like a mini flash. Like, it had a dip. It lasted only a few seconds. It was just some algos playing around. And those of you who had hard stops got stopped out. thankfully didn't have a hard stop set on it yet. Man, I feel for you. Yeah, the stock is up. It's up over 60% since. Wow. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, I understand why you feel salty. Yep, and that happens. This is the reason most people don't make it in the business. They can't handle these types of things. Instead, you know, they start revenge trading, they start chasing. You have to wait for perfect setup. Sometimes shit happens. You have to suck it up. You have to take a step back, regroup. And many people are just not able to do that. They can't take the pain. It's painful. Like, if I had gotten stopped out of this thing, after having a good size and a perfect entry, like, I would be salty too. Hard stop is when you put a stop in your trading platform versus a mental stop, which is just a number you keep in your head. Like right now, I don't have any hard stop set on anything. They're all mental, and I only use hard stops when the price is close to my exit point. Like something like this Opus that I just sold half. I had a hard stop on it, so I didn't have to watch it. FMCI, I had a hard stop too. So I only use hard stops when the price is close to my stop area. Otherwise, they're all mental stops. There's no point in putting a hard stop on Workhorse at 479. Like, the stock would have to go down 42% to hit it. Like, it's not gonna happen in a flash. I also need to raise my stop a little bit. It's actually a pretty big move. Stop fishing? There is no such thing as stop fishing, guys. Get those conspiracy theories out of your heads. No one cares about your stops. There is no one out there gunning your stops. Algos are playing around all the time. Sometimes they hit your stops, sometimes they don't. There is no such thing. David cares? Yeah. He's been quiet today. I think David is planning something evil. Algos going for quick shake. No, I mean you should you should always obey your stops. It doesn't matter if an algo goes, if it's a shake-up because of an algo or not. Like, it doesn't matter. You should always obey your stops. A reason why it's hit doesn't matter. I have 2 stops in Nikola. They are here. If you're nearly, you can just join. Huh? Who the hell cares what these algos are doing? They're just market makers, most of them. Just follow the price action. The algos are trading 100 million times per second. Don't worry about them. Yeah, easy stock trader. Like, yeah, exactly. The resetup doesn't have to be on the daily chart. Like, Nikola, for example, when we bought it 2 days ago, it didn't really trigger on the daily chart yet, but it did trigger on the 60-minute chart. You can clearly see these higher lows. You have this range, and then it broke out of that range, but it didn't broke out on the daily chart until yesterday, and that's where I added more. So sometimes you can see something on the 60-minute chart versus the daily chart and vice versa. Absolutely. Yeah. You just have to learn the patterns. It's just the same patterns occurring over and over again. You have to look at thousands of charts. Everyone should do what I've been telling you guys to do for weeks and months. Just go through thousands of charts, thousands of stocks, and just look at the charts. Go back to the 90s, 80s even, for those stocks that have data. You'll see it's the same patterns over and over again. It's just so easy once you get it. It's super simple. Okay, it's not easy, it's hard. Trading is hard, but it's simple. You just have to learn the patterns and read the price action and listen to the market. I also use the weekly charts, but not when I stream. I'm Amy Harry. I have this chart setup which I use on 2 white screens. On this I also have the weekly chart up. But I can't fit all of this in one screen, so I don't use it when I stream. Yeah, mostly on the hourly chart. For fast moving stocks I also use the 5-minute chart and sometimes even the 1-minute chart out of the gate. On these extreme momentum stocks when I'm trying to short mainly. Yeah, I do have an opinion about options. Don't do it. I don't think you should ever trade options. No, no, really. I don't think I think it's a sucker's game. I really do. It's so much easier to fuck, to fuck things up with options. There's there's too many moving parts. Like trading is hard as it is, and then you get the leverage and the complexity of options. It's just too much. Yeah, David is the option guy, but he's one of very few that has made it in options. Like options are hard. Like most people don't make it just by simply buying and selling stuff. Even fewer people make it in options. Like, I honestly believe if you haven't made millions just simply buying and selling stocks, you don't have anything, any business trading options. I really truly believe that. If you have limited buying power, then, well, you know, you can still trade. Just get the like, I had a limited buying power too for a long time. I traded like a $3,000 to $5,000, $7,000 account for years. And then when I started learning setups, started learning position sizing, risk management, suddenly my accounts were hundreds of thousands. Yeah, I'm watching this WRT. It's super liquid, but I'm watching it on the trend line break. It's developing a flag right now. Hopefully it goes sideways for a few more days. Yeah, Codex had an entry yesterday. If your shorts are blurry, then you do this. You click here, choose quality, and then take 1440. Oh, go, guys, look at this. Infinity loop! Look at this, guys. Boom. Boom. Are you getting a headache like me? Guys, are you getting a headache? Look at this. I love it how the chats here are moving. It looks pretty cool. And now the mouse pointing through. This is pretty crazy, to be honest. Look at this. Holy shit. This is fucked up. Okay, I can't look at this. I'm getting a headache. Amy, did you get... did that fix your issue? Changing to 1440. Yeah, he's bashing Howard Marks. Kind of funny. What about the mRNA? What about it? Don't worry. David, I haven't even thought about you. David, when I saw you riding, I just realized you exist. I totally forgot about you. I'm not worrying about you. Did you miss the open like me, David? I missed the open by 10 minutes. I was out tanning and, well, what can I say? I lost track of time. You listen to me in your dreams? I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. It's a super hot day. It's the hottest day of the year so far. Hey, Amy, did you get your issue fixed with the video quality? I need to sell some more workhorse. Just lighten down a little bit. It's going up 10, 15, 20% a day. It's, you know, gotta lock in some. Yes, I'm in Stockholm. Yeah, Howard Marks has a good point. Of course, stocks don't only go up. Like, I mean, I hope people realize that when they, you know, the people who follow David Day Trader. But I guess a lot of them really don't realize that and think that stocks do only go up. NVAX, it's a hold. I'm just trailing it. I still have like half size left on this thing. Or a third, maybe. Let's see. I think maybe a third. I don't even know how many shares I had. Right now, I think it's at 30 degrees not Fahrenheit, Celsius. 30 degrees right now. That's like super hot when it comes to Sweden. Super, super hot. I don't know how many Fahrenheit that is. That's the 86 degrees Fahrenheit. It almost can't get hotter here in Stockholm. It's about as hot as it can get. Maybe it can get to 35 degrees on an extremely hot day, which is 95 Fahrenheit. What do you mean, what the heck is that? Communist weather temp? You know, it's the system that is used in 95% of the world except the United States. You know, the metric system and all of that. That everyone except the United States uses. It's a conspiracy. We couldn't learn the metric system. Exactly. Your country. It's like when Sweden went from left side traffic to right side traffic in the 60s. They just got it over with. Imagine doing it today. There's so much more traffic and a much more complex road and traffic sign networks and everything. You couldn't do it today. But Sweden did it in the 60s when there wasn't that much traffic, so they got it over with. Oh yeah, someone asked about mRNA. I'm still long. I'm long 20,000 shares from 66. That's the first thing I did when I turned on my trading systems. I saw mRNA trigger an alert. I bought it at 66. It was a genius entry. As you see, it immediately pulled back $2. Very good entry. At least yeah, exactly. My point is they got it over with 60 years ago. What if the United States had just gotten it over with, you know, moving to the metric system? Today, it's just so much harder. Everything is so much more complex. What? Right warring on math and English? I don't understand. Schools? What do you mean? I still don't understand. What about schools? Oh. Who can't? Schools? Damn, this SDGR. Oh, this one is hurt. This one hurts to look at. This one stopped me out like at 41 or so. And now it's a double. This one actually hurts a little bit to look at. I had this thing perfectly, like 43, 44 bucks. Whoa, Wins is going again. This one made an insane move a few years back. Yeah, this one is exactly. So here it went up, went to 20 to 220 in 3 days or so. And then it was halted for like 6 months. And after the unhalt, this thing went from 55 to 400 almost. And now it's going again. This is a very sketchy stock. No, I got stopped out in IMPX. Oh, you mean education is poor? Well, it depends on where you are and what schools. Like the range in school quality is very big in the US. It's not as big in Sweden. Like in the US you have some of the best schools, but you also have some really, really bad schools. You have some of the world's best schools and you have some of the world's worst. But in Sweden everything is pretty good. Like we don't have really bad schools, but I don't think we also have any like super good schools. On shorts, volume is very important. I only short very liquid stocks. David, every time I see your handle, I want to say something stupid. But I'm refraining myself, okay? I know you want to pull me down, but I'm not gonna let you pull me down. I'm gonna be a professional today. Okay? No, I haven't gotten the present. But if you send it a package from the US, it's gonna take a while. It can take weeks. Like I got my Centerpoint Securities Christmas present like in March. They sent it in December. I got it in March. So if you send it from the US, it can take a few months. Depending on what type of delivery it is. If I'm gonna add mRNA over 67, maybe not over 67, but over today's highs, I may add another 10,000 shares. It looks like it looks good now. I'm gonna have my assistant hand deliver it. The delivery get faster than Mars, yeah. FMCI is pulling back, Opus is SPAC momentum is leaving for now. Guys, back in early May, when FMCI had that PR and Twitter started speculating about the Beyond Meat merger. Do you remember this day, 14th of March, when I was total YOLO mode and I bought 150,000 shares of this thing at 11 bucks? Do you remember? Does anyone in chat remember this day? And I said this thing could go to 20. You remember it? Yeah. I said, you know, I bought 150,000 shares. I'm like, in this market, it's gonna go to 20. Now, unfortunately, it did stop me out of that 150,000 shares the next day. But I rebought it. I rebought like 35,000 shares or something at 11 bucks when it broke out of this pattern. But do you guys know where it went? Do you know what the highs of this day is? You can't make it up. 20.00. It actually went to 20. Exactly 20. I can't believe this thing. Isn't that scary? That is actually scary. Like 20.00. Unbelievable. I'm pulling price targets out of my ass and the stocks go there. Exactly, to the penny. Pretty amazing. I'm still waiting for Mark to get to 16. Well, at least I didn't put the price target on Mark. I was just following some other people's price targets. Now you can pull another price target of 25. Yeah. On the 60 minutes, yeah, you saw the moving averages. So strongly trending stocks, these moving averages are very useful. Especially on these very extended stocks like Fastly. I'm looking for trend shifts and support and resistance areas. Right now, this thing found support on the rising 20 EMA. INO, I think it could be a short tomorrow. Oh wow, it's going straight up. Unbelievable. Tomorrow it's on short watch, especially if we can get to like high 20s or something, low 30s. Overstock, yeah, there's no, yeah, I guess you're long it. There's no setup here right now though. APT, I probably should sell some here. Lock in a little bit of profits. Are you using flag break 1020? I don't know what it means. Flag break? What do you mean flag break over 10 to 20 SMA? Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. You want the strongly trending stocks, you want them to surf the rising 10 and the rising 20-day moving averages. What about plug? Plug, yeah, there could be a short setup tomorrow. Or, you know, if we keep, I'm not super excited about it. I'm more excited about NVAX because this thing is up like 5 days in a row. Or actually it's not, but because it had a reset day here 3 days ago. So this is only day 2. But I'm more excited about NVAX and INO than I'm for plug. You're long plug? Of course you are. Of course you're... Of course you are. Mofo. Yeah, Mark, absolutely. I added at $1. I bought it in the, I don't even remember, was it 60 cent area, 50, 60 cent area, and then I added at $1 and then it tripled. Okay, let's do another scan. Doku keeps grinding. Like when the leaders are acting like this, they just can't go down. You know, that's a sign of a strong market. That's a very strong sign. Let's go through my portfolio again. Workhorse, I sold some, looks great. NVAX, you know what, NVAX I'm gonna size down more. I'm gonna size down the third size. Okay. I only have a third size left of NVAX now. I'm gonna also raise my stop aggressive. I'm gonna use today's lows as my stop. I refuse to give back any profits on it. This is also one of these scenarios. It's getting extended. Like, it's 36% above the 10-day moving average. You know, it can obviously get more extended, but you know, it's just an odds game right now. I'm not gonna trail it with a 10-day. It's just very extended, and it's gonna be a short setup tomorrow. So I'm selling aggressively here. Yeah. Okay, SRNE going straight up. Need to put some more sell orders here. And also raising my stop a little bit more on SRNE. My stop is now break even almost on SRNE. It's a pure pump stock. It has some halt risk. Be aware this thing has some halt risk. So, you know, for those who are long it from yesterday's entry point. PDD looks great, Zoom looks great, Melee looks great, Fastly looks great even though I'm short it. Bind is kinda sluggish, CS looks great, Twilio looks great. I mean, most of these things look just super great. Tesla bounced nicely so far. SC is about to hit lows. SC could very easily pull back to mid-low 90s. We'll see how it acts. Nikola, Opus is weak and FMCI is weak, okay. Why do you don't? Didn't they already do an offering? Mark already did an offering, I think. Or maybe they didn't. Either way, there's an offering on the way, if they haven't done it yet. It's a delusion. It's a deluder. You're following Amy Unplug? Okay. Good luck. Yeah, don't worry about Fastly. It's gonna... So far it's been building lower highs. And it's getting tighter here so far. We'll see. Maybe a few more 60-minute candles to build a range, and then we'll see. What happens. Oh wow, Workhorse. I may have to log into Interactive Brokers again to sell some more. It's just a hassle. I have to put in some codes and it takes some time to log in. DVAX, another COVID-19 stock, is moving nicely. Where did I enter Fastly short? Well, first I entered on opening range lows yesterday, but I got stopped out of those entries. But then I entered when it started breaking the 60-minute ranges, high 78s, and then I think I added high 77s, if I remember correctly. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, so I added here I 79.30s when it broke out this range here. It looked a little bit toppish, And then I added when it was about to lose VWAP high 78s. Those are my two ad spots. I added 20,000 shares here and another 10,000 shares here, and then I covered 3,000 before the close. Those are very specific, guys. You gotta have a very specific method. Can't do anything randomly. You have to do everything systematically. Just do the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, you can. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't log in there too often. Only like now and then. A re-entry for what? For a short? Just wait for a few more candles on the 60-minute chart, and then when it starts breaking down, that's where you add. Dantes, yeah, he's been on VXRT today. Some kind of COVID-19 pill. He's pumping. He's shamelessly pumping everything. Let's see here. What is this? IBIO. Oh, IBIO is the one I was long for several weeks before. Okay. mRNA. mRNA I'm tempted to add through the highs of the day. I'm gonna add another 10,000 shares. Or actually, no, not that many. Wait, should I add another 10,000 shares or 5? 1.6. How's the volume? It's an hour and a half after the open. It's traded half of the average daily volume. It looks to be a little bit above average volume day so far. You know what? I will add. Yeah. I'm on a good run. I can afford to take some risk. I'm gonna use a $60,000 risk on this thing if it takes out highs for the day. Yeah. Okay. Why not? Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Thoughts? Exactly. Fuck it. Why not? Thoughts on NVTA? Would you wait for a NVTA? There's absolutely nothing here right now. It needs to go sideways for a few weeks at least. It looks good. It took out a long range on big volume. Now you have to wait. Have to wait for a 10 and 20 day moving average to catch up. Ceres? No, avoid this thing. It's a very choppy stock. You have no edge in this kind of a stock. Don't try to trade it. It's too choppy. It doesn't have any clean trends. It's like random moves all over the place. Stick to the clean moves. Like all of the stocks. Like just look at the stocks that are in my portfolio right now. They all have clean moves. They're just super clean. They're just riding these 10, 20 day moving averages. Something like CERS. It's just all over the place. Do you have some mathematical system? No. Like I'm aware always like how much I'm long and short. Or at it may not be the exact number, but I know about like plus minus a few million. But but nothing like super exact. I try to keep track of it like to the penny, but I just feel it's too much. If you start focusing on the like the super small details, you kind of miss the big picture. And I'd rather nail the big picture than be obsessed over the tiny details. You are not? No, I'm not denying. No. Yes, Easy Stock Trader. That is correct. The first 60-minute chart is actually a 30-minute candle. That is absolutely correct. I think you have. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Like out of the 20 best stocks right now, I'm in like 15 of them. That's pretty amazing. Some of my names are sluggish, but most of them are like the best ones, like stuff like you know, Labu, SC, you know, there's just big moves. Livongo, Tesla is sluggish, Beely is great, Shopify is great, D-Dog is great, Net is great, Twilio is sluggish, CS is kind of sluggish for now, Beyond Meat is sluggish, Fastly is great. Now I switched to a short, but it was great until I sold all of it. Melee is great, Zoom is great, PDD is great, mRNA is right now not doing much. SRNE is about to become great, APT is great, NVAX is great, and Workhorse is great. Why not use a 65-minute chart? What? Wait, so how many? Wait, 65 minutes? How many minutes are there in a trading day? It's 6.5 hours times 60 minutes. 390 minutes divided by 65. Oh, so you get 6 candles instead of 7 candles? Nah, whatever. Yeah, yeah, but the thing is, then you get the candle break like 5 minutes, like 10:05 you get a candle break, and next candle break is gonna be at 11:10. Like also one thing I do, I have alerts set like 10 minutes before every even hour. I have an alert set because when I stop streaming, I'm not at a computer. I have my laptop with me, so I get like my alarm goes off of the phone. Then I know, okay, it's 10 minutes or 5 minutes, sorry. So like 10:55, 11:55, 12, like these are US times, like market times. My alarm goes off, and then I just flip up my computer. I look at my setups. I looked at how the candles are developing, and if there's nothing to do, then I don't do anything. I catch up on Twitter. But if I used 65-minute candles, that would fuck up my like rhythm. Like it would be at different times. So it's just easier with 60 minutes. You use a 71. Fuck you, David. You don't use a 71 minute chart. Doesn't even make any sense. 690 divided by 71. What the fuck? What the fuck, David? What the fuck is this, David? You get 9.72 candles per day? What is wrong with you, David? David sucks. Wait, I did my math wrong. Wait. 6.5, sorry, 6.5 times 60. No. Yeah, 390 divided by 71. You get 5.49 candles per day. David sucks. You think, okay, where's the block button? Everyone who agrees with David gets blocked, okay? I'm only warning you guys once. What do you mean at the bottom of the hour? What does bottom of the hour mean? I don't know what it means. Oh, okay. So the last candle is 30 minutes, right? So the last candle is 3:30 to 4. Okay, so they do it. Yeah. Look. Also, the reason why it's better to have the first candle 30 minutes is because the opening range high. Because the 30-minute opening range high gives you much better signals than if it would be 1 hour. Guys, David is just trolling you. There's no such thing as a 71-minute candle. Here. Let's do a 71-minute count. Wait, I can't even do it. There is such a thing as 78-minute candles. Let's see, 390 divided by 78. What do you get? Oh, sorry, 78. You get 5 candles. Okay. Autumnal City. I used to follow him. I recognized the handle. Autumnal City. I used to follow him. He follows me, apparently. Let's see here. Autumnal City. Wait, I need to go to his Twitter and see what he tweets about. I know I followed him, or maybe I'm not. I don't know. It was many years ago. I recognize the handle. Yeah, if I have followed him, it was many years ago. Confluence trade ideas. Okay. Is the market falling? Oh wow, the market is falling. Wow. Yeah, Workhorse. It has a big event tomorrow. All the Robin Hooders are buying it. I'm up like 100% on it now. I bought it 360 or so, like a couple of weeks ago. So I'm up 130% on it. It's kind of funny. I went on in like Interactive Brokers account. It's by far my smallest account. I went all in, like I went on full margin long on this thing. That account is almost doubled. Pretty funny. Or actually it has, yeah, it has almost doubled. Yeah, Opus looks like it's probably gonna stop me out. I'm gonna chill out with Opus for now, but if it closes below the 10-day moving average, I'm gonna get rid of it. Labu is falling, SC falling. Yeah, now we're starting to see. Okay, so now we are starting to see confirmation of weakness. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna be more proactive. Livongo, I have a very big position, or not very big, but I have 22,000 shares. So it's now confirming these ranges on the downside. It's below both the 10 and 20 EMA on the 60-minute chart, okay? And both are starting to trend lower. So what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna sell a bunch of shares. I'm gonna sell a third of my position. I'm gonna sell 7,000 shares. Just trying to be proactive here, because it is showing some trend shifts and we're starting to see some weakness in the markets. So my first goal is to get off margin. That's my first goal here. And Shopify also, that's a big position. I'm just gonna be proactive. I already sold a little bit of shares, but I'm gonna sell more, because the market is starting to show some follow-through weakness. Yeah, you too, David. Look at that, David was nice. For once he was nice to me. How did you enter? What do you mean how I entered Workhorse? I put an order in, I bought it. Like entered, like here. I bought it because it started breaking out this long range. The EV theme was getting hot, the EV battery, all of these stocks were running and this thing started getting momentum. It's just coming out a big range. This is where I entered it. 360 I think is my entry. And my initial stop was like 319 or something, 318. That's where I entered it. Yeah, 6-9 entry. 9th of June was my entry. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go through some more stocks. So far I sized down a third of FMCI, half Opus, Nikola nothing yet. Labu I sized down a bit yesterday. SC I sized down yesterday. I think I sized down today too. We'll see. If it closes below the 10-day, I'm gonna sell more SC. Livongo I sized down a third. Tesla haven't sized down yet. You know what? I'm gonna size down Tesla too, because it's most probably gonna close below the 10-day moving average. So I just wanna be a little bit proactive here. Because the market is showing some follow-through selling, and I just don't wanna get stuck with a lot of exposure if we keep going lower. D-Dog is holding up well so far. Net I did sell a bit yesterday. Let's see, Ultilia. CS Beyond Meat. Beyond Meat I have a hard stop set at lows of the day. So if it triggers that, I'm gonna sell up like a quarter of my shares. Fastly is finally starting to pull back. Unfortunately, so far we're not getting a tight 60-minute candle, but maybe later in the day we'll get a tight 60-minute candle and short the break below of that candle. Because I do think this thing goes back to low 60s in the next few days. I strongly believe that. Mealy, I think I sold some already today. No, I didn't. Okay. Mealy too, you know, I'm just trying to be... Like, I'm just sizing down my largest positions. My largest positions, because we are seeing some follow-through selling. The ones that I didn't sell enough of into strength, pretty much, those are the ones I'm selling off right now. The ones that didn't give me a chance to sell. Made sure it into strength. Alright. Exactly, Fed will be there to save us. What are you aiming for? I think first target is gonna be low 60s on Fastly. No, Nikola, I still have I haven't sold anything today. I sold some into the close yesterday because of a big move. We'll see. Like the markets, we already had a big move. Let's see, like the Qs are approaching the rising 10-day. We'll see. And if it keeps selling lower, I'm gonna size down more. Goal right now is to get off margin pretty much. I need to probably sell down another 3-4 million in exposure to get off margin. DraftKings, oh wait, what? Oh, wait, this one looks vulnerable. Wait, DraftKings. I just shorted 20,000 shares of DraftKings. This thing, if the market start pulling back, like this thing, the rising 50 days 21% lower. It's below the 10-day, it's below the 20-day moving averages, and it's starting to build lower highs on the 60-minute chart. The moving averages on the 60-minute chart are turning lower. There is some momentum shift going on here. Yeah, we'll see. This is a very extended name. So what I'm doing now, I'm sizing down longs and going shorting the technically weak ones. Yeah, exactly. So I'm using highs of the day as my stop, and if it closes like over 38, I'm probably not gonna hold it overnight. But this thing has easily $7-10 of downside once it starts breaking lower. OYH is breaking down nicely. This actually could be a long setup for the next few days. I'm gonna start stalking this thing. I'm just trying to play defense here. I came in heavily long. Yesterday I came in 23 million long exposure. Today I came in like 21-22 million long exposure. I'm just trying to unwind some of that leverage because I don't want to get caught with my pants down. And Beyond Meat, actually, I'm gonna sell more than a quarter. I'm gonna sell a third if it takes out lows of the day. Exciting day, yeah. These days are obviously not fun, like when you are heavily long and they start turning down, but they're necessary. You know, stocks don't go only go up like David A. Trader keeps saying. So you know, sometimes you have to be aggressive, sometimes you have to play defense. Last time we played defense was a couple of weeks ago, when you got that 2-day pullback or 3-day pullback. Well, that day 3 was a bounce day. And yeah. So you have to recognize the signs. You can't get complacent. Like today I was complacent, like I wasn't worrying. I came to the market 10 minutes late. I'm lucky that nothing spectacular happened out of the gate. I didn't miss any setups. I really didn't miss anything. But it's not good. You get fat, lazy, and complacent. Or not that I'm physically fat, but my accounts were getting fat, so. Yeah, exactly. This is now we are entering base building period in the markets. We are entering a base building period. And that's a good thing. I actually read that this has been the strongest 3-month rally in the S&P 500 ever. Ever? That's pretty, you know, that's something. All right, guys, you know my game plan. Like if the stocks that close weak, especially if they start violating the 10-20 day moving averages, so I'm gonna size down more on the long side. And short side, I will actively looking for an entry to add more to Fastly, and also maybe to add to DraftKings. I'm short 20k shares of DraftKings. I'm gonna add maybe another 10k or so. Yeah, exactly. We are in a market of extremes. That's why it's so important to trade the trends. There's no point in catching bottoms or tops. There's so much meat in the middle. All right, guys, I am super hungry. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go get some more sun. Thanks for joining. Sorry for being late. And I see you about 15-20 minutes before market open tomorrow. Hope you are trading well, guys.